So yeah, just laying it out, and other than the nuts and bolts being loose in the package is kind of troublesome, but I mean, hey, they all arrived, so we got our pieces. The two shoulder bolts are still confusing me off the top of my head, but what I do appreciate about Nick's kit, if I can't get you stood up here, is like even the way that yeah, this may have been what we used to call happy accidents in carpentry, but where they blow out a hole there to help bend that out of the way and clear it. Well, happy accident, see, they're keywayed, very, very cool. Even here on this, the DIY kit, but especially for him, just, slapping these together in production gives you a nice place to weld. Nice little spacer, and this accidentally kind of gives you something to support everything together off the rip. Which, like I said, happy accident. Obviously that does not stay there, but while I was even just holding it together, looking at it and looking at how it was keyed, very, very cool. So should make the welding very easy. Now, I haven't even finished pulling the 240 for my compressors or my welder in the new shop. So, well, the new Lowe's building that I'll be using as a shop. But, pretty cool stuff. So, from all the CAD drawings, and I had emailed Nick, I said, it's... maybe there should be a write-up, and I sent it the same write-up to Trick Chassis over to Alec and or Alex Poplar, and I said, it's really confusing. So if you get the basic kit, okay, well then what's next? Do I order then the ARB and coilover mount kit, and then what do I have to order after that? Okay, then maybe I'll do the cross member, the front cross member. And I just wish it was laid out better. But like even for the basic kit, welded or unwelded, it doesn't matter. It uses the same CAD drawings. And I selected, yes, I need everything, and yes, I want lowers and uppers and blah, 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 blah. Can't remember off the top of my head what the hell these are either. I'm going to literally have to look at the pictures again. I just don't recall. But the CAD drawings have it with the lower ARB circle part on these brackets, and so I don't know. And then I looked at the website really quick, and I don't even see a spot unless the only way to get that is if you say, yes, I need everything with the ARB mount kit. Well, what if they already have something? I don't know. Maybe I'm just overthinking it, but the whole ordering it in pieces thing, which I thought was a great idea, is kind of confusing. So I wish there was a better write-up on that. Now, whether Nick wants to do that or whether that's me just being dumb, I don't know. Because I looked at it quite a few times, and I emailed Alex Poplar over at Trick, and he said the same thing. He was like, yeah, well, I'll put an invoice together for you because I need to order it in 3 parts. That's just how my budget works. I couldn't order the ultimate kit right off the rip. I had to order the basic kit right off the rip, but I want to end up with the ultimate. So, that's been a little difficult. But so like I said, in the CAD drawings, what I can only assume is the lower bar mount is part of this. So is this a part of the Nicky Bobby bracket, or do I also have to order the Nicky Bobby brackets separate, and then do I have a duplicate piece of something? I don't know. Maybe I just need to look harder, and maybe I'm just fucking stupid. Definite possibility. But so far so good. We'll take another look here in a second. And then these front torque boxes, this all bolts in to the factory cross member, factory holes, and then it even has rear support brackets to fully box those front torque boxes. and those sandwich this plate into the frame, so it becomes one giant piece of cross member for the front torque boxes. Super trick stuff. So I did have to pull up his most recent video, because I swore I remembered where I saw these DNP. I just couldn't recall, and found a place to put the 2 bolts. Is it correct? Absolutely not, but it's somewhere I'm going to put them so that I don't lose them. So the driver's side is and in his video, Nick just named things 27 times. I thought it was quite funny. He just kept changing the name of like the lower torque boxes and whatever. But the end goal was, he called these the linear box structures to support these upper torque boxes for the upper 4 lengths. And I think it's an awesome idea. I think it's great. So the idea is that this 1/2 hole and this 3/8 hole, which is inside the torque box, will line up 1/2 hole, 3/8 hole, and then you'll drill 2 holes up into that. This is where the factory stamped cross member is, and so you'll drill 2 holes up into it and bolt, which does look like a nightmare getting a stubby wrench up inside the stamped steel to hold the back of those, but so what? For a welding guy, no big deal. I'm probably gonna do a bolt on initially and then weld it in down the road before I decide to repaint the candy on the chassis, since I painted it just to practice, since I hadn't held a paint gun in forever, and then decided to, cut up the front end and do Spawn Performance, control arms, innovative racecraft, upper coilover mounts and all that good stuff. But so driver and passenger will just bolt in to their corresponding holes, and then you'll drill and nut and bolt or weld up into the frame. So that's where those go, like so. No, this is not where these bolts go, but it is where I'm putting them for right now. So this is just what Nick called linear brace up into your factory stamped cross member, which is very cool. And these front torque boxes do come tacked in, like you saw. So, other than that, that's what you got with the basic kit. You got front uppers, rear uppers, front lower torque boxes. Those are part of the leaf spring bracket, which I guess is not a bobby bracket. I don't know, but whatever. I guess the initial part, hopefully the coilover and ARB mount comes with the remaining pieces, and I don't end up with doubles of anything. I still don't know how that works, and the CAD drawings don't include everything in the CAD drawing, but if you read the wording underneath it, I don't know, it just confused me. But then again, I'm just so dumb redneck, so who knows? So just need to figure out where those 2 random shoulder bolt with spacers go and where the heck those go. But there's your Nicky Bobby 4-link basic kit with both options selected. Yes, I need upper and lower bars. Yes, I need lower leaf spring mounts and blah 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 blah. So that was $14.50 shipped. Pretty cool stuff. Well, I guess I emailed Nick and said, where the heck do these 2 shoulder bolts go and these 2 brackets? Maybe these were added to my order by mistake, or again, maybe I'm just retarded. But yeah, that concludes the basic kit. And I also told them, I said, A simple bag for these rod end spacers and a little bit of loose is a whole lot cheaper than the labor time involved in figuring out the missing piece order, verifying the missing piece order, you know, having somebody go get the missing pieces, ship them out, an additional shipping label on top of that, and then a customer that has to wait for more pieces. Just on the labor time alone, it just makes sense to me to just put the loose stuff in a bag. Not to mention, you know, the condition my box showed up in with, you know, missing pieces and 12 different kinds of tape and all the ends smashed, and you know, those rod ends could have fallen out from anywhere. And again, that's not on Nick. This is on UPS. But to save Nick time and labor and money, just put the loose ends in a bag. That's the move. So, anyways, hope that helps somebody. There you go. I'll make another video welding it up. So, after looking at some pictures on a different kit, I think they were on the race kit, figured out that these two bolts and spacers, the two shoulder bolts, are in fact lower shock mounts. So, and thankfully I had some hardware left over from my mock-up motor. G-Force sends all kinds of extra parts, but there you go. So that's where your shoulder bolts go. They are for these tabs or something, but you'll see another bracket with a circle cut out right about there, pictured on the basic kit, but it is in fact not part of the basic kit. I'm assuming you get that component to bolt on when you order the coilover mount / anti-roll bar set. So that'll be the next order anyway, along with the front cross brace. That'll be in the next orders for me. But there you go. That's where the shoulder bolts go. Problem solved. Oh, and side note, not that it matters, because when you have them up on your frame you'll see, but just if you're laying everything out, the side that tab, that cutout bends down, is forward. So the long slope forward, short slope back. So that's passenger. I had them laid out wrong on the carpet, but yep, just a quick reference. Long slope forward. So it's a really, really nice quarter plate, all keywayed. I got it unwelded, but it's all keywayed. And it slides together super, super nice. Nice and tight. So there's the rear torque boxes, front torque boxes. I just kind of have a bolt in them holding them together. But again, keywayed really nice. And then rod ends are welded, but they have a nice